Hello, greetings to all. I would like to congratulate my brother and wife Amy for their 30th wedding anniversary. What a beautiful day to celebrate with family and friends. So guys, let's go and enjoy this beautiful anniversary. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. 30 years of marriage is something to be proud of, especially in this day and age. The traditional symbol for the 30th wedding anniversary is the pearl. A pearl is considered a symbol of beauty which is cultivated over time as it grows within its oyster. The oyster shell itself is considered ugly compared to the pearl which lays inside it, and this can be thought of in the same way as a 30-year marriage. After 30 years together, things change. As a couple, you have changed. Perhaps you are not as beautiful as you once considered, but the unity and love represented by a 30-year wedding anniversary shows commitment, patience, compromise, and above all, love. Within the imperfect shell that you may have become lies perfection. Your marriage is this perfection and is represented by the pearl. 30 years is a respectable amount of years. A wedding is a big day. It is the day when two people come together with the intention of becoming life partners and everything that comes with that, including all of the happy as well as sad times that life inevitably brings. So to celebrate this day, after 30 years, when the same couple are still together is a real achievement, especially in this day and age, when divorce is all too readily available. It really is remarkable that two people still show commitment after all of this time. Here are 5 reasons why you should celebrate your anniversary even if you don't feel like it. Number 1, it's a milestone. In this culture, where divorce is a common occurrence, just the fact that you made it another year means that you've hit a milestone in your marriage, even if things aren't perfect or the way you had hoped they would be. Staying together for another year. Second reason why we need to celebrate our anniversary. It's a chance to connect. Celebrating your anniversary can be a wonderful chance to reconnect as a couple. If life has been crazy and you feel like you can barely come up for air, taking time to celebrate as a couple can give you a break to connect and communicate with your husband. Number 3, it's a chance to reflect. One thing a husband and a wife often do on anniversary is reflect over the past year or even the past few years. By looking back, you were able to see how far you have come. Reflecting gives hope for the future when couple consider some of the obstacles they've overcome as a couple. Looking back is not always a bad thing. By reflecting and remembering, it can remind us of the strength we have in our marriage and encourage us to keep going. Number 4, it's an excuse to get away. Yes, get away. Do parties like this. Celebrate. Can you believe that one of the guests here, the one in white, she was Amy's bridesmaid, and the other other lady in yellow. They were best friends. Like 40 years ago back in the Middle East, they worked in the same hotel in the Middle East and still they reconnect. So guys, let's celebrate our special day, especially like these wedding anniversaries. Your anniversary is a perfect chance to do that, especially if you are celebrating your 10th or 15th anniversary and the 30 is a very special. This is a great opportunity to go away for the weekend or even longer and be with family like our family, and it's really beautiful to be together in this special occasion. Guys, if you have an anniversary or even birthdays coming up, I encourage you all to consider getting away as a way to celebrate with family and friends. Number 5, it's a time to look towards the future. While looking back can be beneficial for your relationship, so can looking ahead, taking a chance at least once a year to discuss your hopes and dreams for the future can be really fun. This is especially true if you are in a difficult place in your marriage right now. If you've had some parenting challenges or you've been feeling unloved, taking time to think about how you'd like your relationship to look in the future can be an invaluable process. You may find these sparks, bits of hope that you didn't anticipate. Whether you are super excited for your next anniversary or you're just praying you'll make it until then, I encourage you to set aside time to celebrate your anniversary. Remember where you've been, acknowledge where you are, anticipate what's to come. God says, "Husbands, love your wives, as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church." But you say, why does he not? Because the Lord was witness between you and the wife of your youth, to whom you have been faithless, though she is your companion and your wife by covenant. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and good name in the sight of God and man. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourself. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. Most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other. For love covers a multitude of sins. Be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven us. In the same way, you husbands must give honor to your wives. Treat your wife with understanding as you live together. She may be weaker than you are, but she is your equal partner in God's gift of new life. Treat her as you should, so your prayers will not be hindered. Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? With all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Guys, thank you for watching. If you like my YouTube channel, please share, like, comment, ring the bell, and of course, if you can subscribe, I will appreciate it. Thank you and congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Alina for their 30th wedding anniversary, and may God bless them many more beautiful wedding anniversaries to come. God bless us all. Thank you. Cheers!